Hi, everyone. Tory day, another very fine day. And, oh God, I don't know why they laugh. Just imagine you think about someone, and then the first thing that comes to your mind is, you go for laugh. That is how funny the person who will be talking to today is. Very, very talented guy. I don't know if I should say woman or guy, but he's a guy. Sometimes we get confused how to address him. I know so many people they get that challenge also. But today I think it's gonna be another fun show. Um, Another time for we for come together like a community and just talk and just talk and just talk. Talk to people. Talk with people. Not talk about people. That is not us. We don't do that. Yeah, like I said earlier, today it's going to be another fun show. We bring in one person we community have so much love and respect for. Not just because of his comedy, not just because he get fine face, dark skin, the typical African person, but more because he actually be considered right now like a role model, like that one person we you look at them and you feel like wow. You look at them and you feel like wow. This is something. This is good. SK with the play for yeah, it's going to be. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the few people that watch already. Please don't forget to share. Also don't forget to comment. One make it interactive. Not only me, I get for ask question. Many other people get for ask question. Today we're going to talk about Kwoh Elonge, Aunty Felicia, as he be popularly known now. So many people prefer Aunty Felicia more than Kwoh Elonge. But when I look at Kwoh Elonge, the quality he's made of, and I'm like, wow. At the end of the day, everyone they look for that specific thing we it interests them for person, or it makes them, or it gives them that happy. Uh, so yeah, Kwoh will join me very soon. And before he join me, I just want to make Unamona understand. Say, I beg, let us make it interactive. Let us talk to Kwoh. Let us ask him questions. Greetings to everyone. To read the man in front of the camera. I'm supposed to be the man behind the camera. Oh, and Choki Menjanga back bench for phone camera. Yeah. So yeah, guys. More make them interesting. More make them interactive. More talk or to call. More ask Auntie Felicia questions. Ask you any questions. We're not asking questions the way you go make and things they will. I'm not getting banja for that woman. That woman, listen, when anyone start a fight for you need it easy. So uh yeah, more go for Facebook. We'll go probably start share the video while they prepare me call come. For those who don't know, call Elonge, um Paysan, Kumba Pikin, Boya Pikin. Now say don't be an international Pikin, so you need even go be very, very wonderful person, super talented, um wonderful comedian. By the way, if I want to start talk about a career, school life and all of that, it go long. Easy say go can talk about other one day when he come here. Um, Popularly known as Auntie Felicia.
Are you paying for
That
things you
one
don't need
person
to?
we like, all we admire, all we every time you feel stressed, every time you feel uh I don't know, not the one person we always go for get some relief, for get some comic relief. We'll not only talk to you, we'll play some of his kid them and just enjoy him. Yeah, he prepare for join. Once you join, or we'll start the show. But for now, more watch a little bit of Auntie Felicia eating. I don't forget the one only one na bubble or something with it. Na Auntie Felicia, that for those who did. Now people they don't know, they would wonder why I they laugh already. Like, by the way, small backstory. I actually grew for the same neighborhood with Kwo. So the person we eat the paint am for a comedy, the person we eat the show am for a comedy. Now person we I know am very well, as in not him the Kwo, but the kind of person, the kind of woman we like. So some jokes and they wanna know even people no even understand them because they know if you know grow for that place we you know if you really catch the joke. But for me, it's easy for catch almost every joke because we all grew for the same neighborhood, and then you be the see what auntie them, you the see what sisters them, you see what mommy them, they do these things again and again, the way they talk, the way like so when you hear me at the laugh way, voice not even there for the thing, nothing. Now because oh God, now because I come from that place also, and I actually know what I'm talking about. This guy is so talented, talented to the extent we now one of the comedian we take very short time for you for blow. Thank every person we watch. Kwo go join me small time because he dey Uganda now, so on another mission, maybe Aunty Felicia mission, and more of the professional, the Kwoh Elonge mission. You know, the Uganda like Aunty Felicia. Ti the Uganda more like Kwoh Elonge, the smart man with the worker, educate people around Africa, educate people around the world. Yeah. So I was talking about how we grew up. So people like we really be blessed for that way. We when he do a comedy, when he do whatever what he's doing, would he enjoy them differently? Would he enjoy them for some different level way? Not very few people, not very few people fit dey for that same level. Uh, man, it's just a blessing for me. It's just a blessing. And now one of the reasons in that way he easily blow for our community because before him we have had people try to do that. Uh, man, no broke the coconut. When he go come, when he go join the life, I think he says he go get to tell we about with Jenny, tell we about how he got to this place and all of that. But like I said, it will be today will be very interactive. I no one ask question me one. Well, we bring people for the platform, or they bring these guys and for the platform. We bring them here because we want you also to have that chance to ask them your questions. We want you also to have that chance to talk to them. We want you also to have that chance. We want you also to have that chance to get to know them. See, see, see when Tiwe go do any true with the guy water, like whoop, and they fix your hair. Now that fix your hair, we know. Like I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he do it. He need ever forget. Like for play the now. Some people they feel like it's easy for just jump into that character, that Auntie Felicia character, and just pull the stunt and just do the Auntie Felicia things and all of that. It's really difficult because that Auntie Felicia character maybe about one person, no not just about Kwo. You understand? Not about the character we want player, and then how you defeat in like for the different because they do so many things. They see the way we like for years, see the way we stand, see the way put him up, see the way put your hand for you. Like na a combination of all that thing, then they bring out that Auntie Felicia character. And for do trust me, I will bet when I say it's not easy. It takes someone who is super talented, not just talented, but really smart for Pulam. On a join make. Yeah. So I the struggle for share, please. The few people where they watch already when I share, Like I be tell una, the reason why e get small delay na because e comot work now, so you know how the life outside dey. You dey expect say you go work for 2 hours, you go for there, dey start beg you say you beg make you do 2 hours 2 minutes or 2 hours 3 minutes. But in the meantime, we will continue to play some of the comedy. Mm. Oh God. Now another group of people in this city, they do wonderfully well. Cargo and Copies. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Like um these people don't transform comedy to something else. They don't they don't transform comedy to something else. I just pray um they'll actually continue in this spirit, and not just continue in this spirit, but make sure say they leave a legacy when they know be for year. Make at least we get continuation. And the fact that they first work together as team, work together as colleagues, work together for help each other grow. Na clear for me, na clear indication today. So they'll do very, very well. They'll do very, very well for make sure say they leave a legacy. Yeah. Very, very well. Na clear indication say they'll do very well for make sure say they leave a legacy. Yeah. So by the way, for comment section, una comment abeg, wetin be the best thing, wetin be that one thing about Felicia, Aunty Felicia, wey you like and the most? Wetin be that one thing where every time you watch her comedy, or you watch Kwoh Elonge, wetin be that thing that stands out for you? Um for me, like I said, it's more of Kwoh Elonge versus Aunty Felicia. That is the one thing I admire the most about him. How he switches the roles, how he moves from being Kwoh Elonge to Auntie Felicia, like how he did, and means how he manage him and all of that. That is the thing I admire the most about him. Yeah, the talent, very, very smart guy. I think he do a PhD now. I don't know if he don't finish a PhD program. But the one thing that when I look at him every now and then, I'm like, how the guy they do the thing? Now, see him play the role of Auntie Felicia today, and then tomorrow, he be Kwoh Elonge, whether he MC event or he teach or he do one of those many things that he do. Some person saying he like Auntie Felicia a confidence. Very, 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 very true. And mind you, this confidence thing, like I said earlier, now we don't grow, we even realize it. So that grandson dem for Kati, that mommy them, that sister them, that ndanga dem for Kati, na actually confidence they be the exhibit am. Back in the days, we did not even know. Back in the days, we just look so one they feel say, oh, do one the high, oh, do one the. You understand? Now we don't grow, we don't realize, we don't learn. Say, wow. So this was more of being confident. This was more of I'm contented with who I am. This was more of I know who I be, and yeah. So I could go ahead, guys. I beg una, Auntie Felicia go join me very, very soon. Very, very soon. And we will start the conversation. But for now, when I share the video, I don't ask question about wait you like about Auntie Felicia. One read comments. Wait till you like about Auntie Felicia. Sylvia say Auntie Felicia with sense of Kongosa and Wahala. While Kwoh Elonge, man of big book and plenty grammar. Oh God, yeah, yeah. That now the two persons in that. Kwoh Elonge, like guys, please share. Kwoh go join me some more time. He just come on work. It is struggle for change. Once he join, we'll go ahead with the show. Una share, una comment for comment section. What you like about Kwoh Elonge, and make people start ask their questions one time. So once Kwoh Elonge enter, um once Kwoh Elonge enter, we fit go ahead, for just start asking her the questions. Guys, share, please comment. Please share, please comment. Today na a wonderful, it could be a big one. Yes, and for those who dey watch, abeg, I want more una comment, because I want acknowledge people wey dey watch. I want acknowledge people wey dey watch. I dey see my brothers and my sisters, and they send me a link, they send me message for my WhatsApp, and if it be for my WhatsApp, and then I dey again for live. Yeah. So now the big day this Aunty Felicia. Man, she's one of the finest. Yeah, she's one of the finest. She's one of the finest. See that face with maker. Oh God. Okay, it is struggle for join. It is struggle for join. I think so we'll see the thing anytime from now. I notice it is struggle for join. It is struggle for join. God, I beg me network on a waiting, no worry. Oh yeah. And see face. When he make that mop, so oh God, when he make that mop, he gets so he made that people that they grow for Southwest and Northwest. I don't know. Really, I don't really know if it really did for Northwest, but for Southwest, now one very common thing it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, yeah, it is struggle for join. Once you join, we'll bring you on and then we'll continue. Um, guys. Make we okay. I think Kwoh Elonge don't come. Wow. Auntie Felicia, people gather. Oh God, I don't know what did happen. It is so calm, and then I want Adi. It go back. I don't know what did happen. What I may restart a phone or something. Yeah. So it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a very very interesting conversation. Some person they ask and say, Auntie Felicia, come on now, which village? Nice question. Even before Iguka answer, I think Auntie Felicia, I know say na Kumba Pikin. Kumba Pikin. I don't know if na Kumba says, but I know say this so na Bafo Pikin. And so I don't know Bafo get plenty villages and Kumba na our main village. So I don't know if na Kiliwindi, na Mabanda, na Kumba Sesef, but I know say na Kumba Pikin. He go join shortly. Yeah, it is also join and then it come back. I don't know what it happen. Oh God, what is happening? My taxi, I beg. God, God. Oh God, this is not a good. Because no. However, now one thing that I don't learn about life, every time something good is about to happen, the devil no just she don't leave at me happen. The devil will make sure see fight. The devil will make sure see uh he struggle for dragon down. The devil will make sure she struggle for stop him. Please everyone with the watch wanna share that video. One made the video go out there, made the video be out there, make people make people see the love we will get them for you back home and abroad. He has done a lot already for our community. Papa God, oh, he said network this surely one worry. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Damn. Yeah, network the one worry. Ah God, this is oh Papa God. Man, let's see if you travel. So network they probably we worry small because they Cameroon at the moment. It gets a small African tour with the Duam. The other day we did Rwanda. Now so we did Uganda. You make some few days for Uganda, and then you go try for restart the phone. Uh, go. He did Uganda right now. Yeah, na network be the problem. But enough in na Cameroon. So right now, so it na Uganda. So I don't know if it use na Wi-Fi or it get it use network from I don't know it roam. I think roaming means say you still use your SIM card and all of that. But even though you dey maybe out of the country, yeah, I don't just telling me struggle for restart them. Oh God, this is yeah, but more talk. Uh, well, senior pastor, I beg Baba, ma send you link. What I beg senior pastor, I beg ma send you link. Maybe na you at least start talk first before Kwoh Elonge wan come. I beg. How you give me a number? Oh God. Senior pastor, I beg, ma send you link. Ma send you link. May you join the live first. At least we start talk before Kwoh Elonge the join. How have you do get your WhatsApp? Whether you write your WhatsApp, if you get for WhatsApp number, if you write down for comment section, or in my own WhatsApp now +1 214 779 1606. Oh, CV, I beg if you write me that number for screen +1 214 779 1606. Senior pastor now another wonderful comedian, very very talented Cameroonian comedian. Now for him, the one thing I really really like about him now the fact say he's huge, he's big, successful, and all of that. He don't do two things the way I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is how our community is supposed to grow. Number one, I don't watch a video. We acknowledge the fact say people that like Sparkle and the others there and Zachariah or the others them start do comedy way earlier before ye and acknowledge the role they play for make the comedy sector for our community which we did today. Number two, now one of that persons away. Yeah, I'm a senior pastor. I beg now my phone number that for screen. Just text me for WhatsApp. I send you link. Just text me for WhatsApp. I send you link. Me you join while the wait Kwoh Elonge. I beg. Wow. Oh God, this is senior pastor. I beg. Text me. I send you link. For WhatsApp. More join at least. More start the conversation before Kwoh the come. Dave won't spoil this day. Dave won't spoil this day, but we can't stand by. You know what happened. Oh God. By the way, we'll watch Aunty Felicia do a thing a little bit while we
What do you do?
would we may join.
I did do hair, then I be professional makeup artist, international. Oh, you do makeup? Yes, yes. Okay, that's evident. And you?
Me, I did to evangelism. Try to bring you closer to God. Yes. Bring you closer to His Shekinah glory.
Okay. Moving forward, so I propose a toast.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, my way say
More
for
Christians and of course more clients. Marriage. Unity, marriage.
say them to evangelism. Okay, Kwoh is here. Where, Papa? I say, this network.
Sorry.
You don't decide you want bless. You don't decide you want bless your brother today. Network one bless him.
I'll tell you, that's now I there Uganda, so I don't even know say this, so they get restrictions on Facebook. So I need
Wow.
to find this thing. How do you call them?
VPN or
Um,
something.
yeah, VPN for try for
Wow.
bypass. So all that I try in any go.
Wow. Man, Sunday country they serious. But thank you very, very much. Like I said, I don't come over talk nana, so having you on the platform is a blessing. You don't
Yeah,
already
thank
be
you.
past the platform far away. For me to reach out to you and tell you, say, hey, pa, I want to do a live and all of that, and you're like, hey, my brother, I'm gonna do them. Short notice for those who they don't know. I think that yesterday, me and you just talk. You say, hey, let's make it happen. And you
Yeah.
did here today. I know how much you don't squeeze time from work for come for a year now. Can she don't talk with your people? Then thank you very, very much, man. I appreciate.
You're
Uh,
welcome, brother. You're welcome. I first of all get strong admiration for your platform for the work we you don't need to do. As you know, me self, I don't do show
mhm.
fitty table. So I know the
Yeah.
challenges the way it is on time for actually book guests and all that
Yes.
kind of thing. And oftentimes when you just start up, now that time for the name necessarily one be the
Yeah.
name believe in the platform or the fees a bit bigger than the
Mm-hmm.
platform. But they forget for people that oftentimes forget for realize say um this now which kind of big word am I so this symbiotic relationship day between you needing the media and the media needing you. So it must
Yes.
be you need the media need that guest then for grow that platform and the platform for grow the platform and then the entertainers them or whoever
Mm-hmm.
need that media for say
Mm-hmm.
where they project them. So catch 22.
And that is so true. And now because you understand and that way now, why that we no even hesitate say you jump for ye. And
Absolutely.
even for your work, I don't want to talk about that other part. We really be interested in Auntie Felicia. The fact say you come into the game, I feel like you don't already change, you don't already do a lot of things that people don't even pay attention. You are one of that reasons where comedians they really interact with each other now, and it don't shift even from the comedy sector to even
Yeah,
actors and actresses and even artists. You
very
see,
true.
and from what you just come over talk, it really shows say not the way that we dey think. My brother, now the same way me
Yes.
think, I don't know what I go for the same corner on a
No, but truly, that way I'm one camp for inside comedy. If I'll always be funny, all my friends, my
Yep.
classmates, people that don't know me, don't always know. Say, eventually I'll do comedy. They don't mean necessarily things I would do as Auntie Felicia. They
Yeah.
mean things I'll probably do as stand up
Mm-hmm.
because what I put they believe I'm or not. Soon they go know I'm a better stand up comedian than a skit comedian,
Wow.
and soon they'll get to find out. Yes, if
Wow.
it just be say skit comedy in terms of technology acceptance and
Mm-hmm.
access to people, it will be more now some readily available means for reach more people than past stand up. If I may
Mm-hmm.
start with stand up, I may get to start from scratch, build a platform. I start that with
Mm-hmm.
skit too, but it be
Mm-hmm.
much easier because if you build, if you them immediately like your material, they will
Yeah.
start follow you and every time, and then before you want to know, it don't be this big deal. But
Mm-hmm.
with stand up comedy now really physical. Like how do you
Mm-hmm.
start saying I want to do a show? If you
Mm-hmm.
never yet be able to build that platform and you get to do them over a long time, you also
Mm-hmm.
get very strong network. So I get to probably go for senior pastor, say, Papa, as you do their show,
Mm-hmm.
I beg if you can perform there. And if it's senior pastor never see me perform before, how did you take that risk? You see,
That's true.
but social media, I may be able for overturn that table, just do them
Mm-hmm.
on my own terms then. But
Mm-hmm.
trust me, every person we know me go tell you say stand-up comedy na actually the direction where I dey go, and soon when I will see them.
And I feel like you just talking about that. I feel like you really fit, and you know only be for level for Cameroon or Africa, be international because when you start talk about that, I start thinking about Trevor Noah, one of the persons who I don't
Yes.
really research, try to understand why. Before we know Trevor Noah, we don't know so many comedians from Nigeria. Wait till we make with them,
Mhm.
if you break through easily. You understand?
Yes.
I think say that
Yes.
with Trevor Noah, get them, you get them. So if you
Yeah.
start that stand up, yeah.
Trevor Noah na huge inspiration. My favorite comedian na Dave Chappelle
Mm-hmm,
and then Chris Rock and
mm-hmm,
Trevor Noah. I get this guy where to do the John Oliver and all that.
mm-hmm.
I oftentimes follow very Western comedians. Oftentimes because but for Trevor Noah because of how intellectually
Yep,
strong their
yep,
comedy they we the kind of it appeal to all man, but it still gets some kind of substance,
yep.
something for the way if he hit the global stage. I don't necessarily because people then used to think I don't mean necessarily intend for hit global stage with Auntie Feli. My
Mm-hmm.
plan with Auntie Feli will always be now for grab attention. so that I feel launch my stand-up comedy career strongly.
Auntie
Aunty get,
Feli don't pin condescend and like I need to come out.
but now the problem that I say I can't say Aunty Felina is such a relatable character.
Yeah.
We right now I actually see the potential of them for Aunty Feli as Madia. So now right now I work on Aunty Felicia the movie. Right now for seeing yeah. Now the way that I think that to get like global attention. Now if I do them as a movie, because as a skit, it be very niche. It appeal mostly to people the way they understand pidgin, and especially Cameroonian pidgin. And so, but if I get to do a movie, I get more bandwidth for do a lot of things that I want to do. And so I think that way I geared towards movie and series with the Aunty Felicia character.
Before you want come, so person talk for you say Kwoh Elonge, Aunty Felicia na kungusa and like wahala, and then Kwoh Elonge na grammar and bibi with them.
Touche. The best to get right.
Now,
yeah, just a few words.
Yeah. So, more go back a little bit for the beginning. Tell us about Kwoh Elonge and where you from. And so, maybe they ask your tribe and all of that. I don't know if you don't do tribe.
Yeah. So, Kwoh Elonge, actually, they always stay away from the tribe thing because. All my give me some tribe because my name be like not typical Southwest name. The Elonge dey for Bakweri, it dey for Bakosi, it dey Roko, it dey Bafo. But I mean Bafo. The reason why I need ever really focus on because the character be representative of whatever tribe where you be. You know that, mommy. You understand. And then secondly, like I say, tribe now my weakest link. I feel swear that to you, and I personally I need to relate people them based on that. Yeah, so it never mean much. If person talks about Bakosi, fine. If you talk about I just go with them. So basically that's it. But I go secondary school for Sase. I always find it difficult to define myself. I go secondary school for Sase. I don't go Baptist high school before I go Sase. I go Baptist high school for 2 years. Then I do 5 years of Sase. I go university for Buya. I get first degree for journalism and mass communication. I get 2 master's degrees. I get 1 PhD. I wrap up a second PhD. So.
That way they say Kumba people they need go school. I can't talk.
I think they maybe they base off that stereotype them for old times and because the Kumba people are know smart and yes. So that's it. And then I don't teach. I don't work for Elections Cameroon. I work for Elections Cameroon for 10 years as head of communication. For Meme. I work as head of communication of the Southwest Regional Assembly, when I body will be in charge of decentralization. And so in there, I'm just from my office for Boya, for that Southwest Assembly. I just decided to say no, I know fit again we did formula for always give reports them for senior people. I want to do comedy. Like the comedy team each a lot. So yes, I started. Yeah, but I still do my academic thing. Them, I still write my research papers. Them, go about presenting in conferences. If you say I don't come to Rwanda, I do Uganda. On Sunday I go Kenya, and hopefully Tanzania, and then back to Cameroon. So when I do the one them, I always leave it on the low because this one they not be interested to people. No man, okay. So I need necessarily announce I did this.
Me, I really care. Like sometimes I sit there, I'm like, okay, why people need really look? Because you're doing a lot, even for that, for the part where you say, okay, you do a lot. I really wish, however, Sunday will be where whether we like or not, we'll go with that other part.
I actually hope say people them feel because as Elonge, right? Most of the work them what they really do, I'm rather now with international NGOs them and local NGOs them. It did now with Elonge. Now, surprisingly, so NGOs alone they come now for work more with Aunty Felicia because of the attention thing. Yes, but primarily they want the longer person for drive the Aunty Felicia character. So they right now they run a hygiene and sanitation campaign with the Norwegian Refugee Council. You know that they always see me for Nyas or so and Tom Bell put a visa I just go there for go make this thing, but eventually they don't know which I do the I get something the way I do with the EU right now, it will eventually come out. And yeah, so as Elonge, I do a lot. I create a program called Pen, Pencils, and Peoples about 3 years back. We been for provide like just basic rudimentary education to Pekin picking them where they be affected by the Anglophone crisis from Meme. So where they not go school primarily, they be internally displaced. So what would you do I say, or they provide them basic education in reading, writing, arithmetic. Just they don't go formal school, but at least where they get the tools and where they feel navigate society. So that I only do as along here, in partnership with churches them. So yeah.
Head to a read book. Read book. No, it's so beautiful. And now one thing that way people they ignore for our community always be like, oh, more go school for no, just go to school. And if you want to do any other thing, you want do them. Now the one lucky, you know me very well. Now the one lucky I get and I say play ball. Time can reach. I say no. I go me back to school. I go get my advanced level, O level. My friend they do this. I said no. Today now he carry me there for Sawa day.
Exactly.
So man would like say no, talk. But when I want to talk my English, I go talk my English. Yeah.
I don't always tell people. I keep telling some person today say, I never see person with caution until we get them, or he undermines until we get them.
Very true.
I never see person be educated, talks education or fine.
No fine. That's true.
Because the truth I say, now true you will see a lot of people that they be educated we they don't get money because oftentimes society be so materialistic. If you don't get the financial backing, people them think say education don't waste. They forget say life they beyond the finance, even the way you navigate your relationships and with people them and all that. Education gets on way for build up. And then I have a very strong backup plan. If I tell you like I make a bit comfortable comedy. But even if I leave them today, I trust me, I will be super comfortable.
And you don't build connection using the comedy.
Yes. So I like, and even the way where you would do your thing as an educated person be very different.
Very true.
Some finishing day where if person will never get education actually get them, no say get to work like extra hard, get to be very observant, get to want to be better than that. So he go get education within a classroom education, he go seeker.
Wow.
In any way, he go find for get some kind of informal education for match up with the person we be educated, or surround himself with a class of educated people the way they feel give you that finishing. So I really think say people they're talking at disservice, but also because some educated people they give a very poor rep to education. Trust me.
Very true.
I don't. So I don't know if you doubt them, but they say don't throw the baby away with the bath water. So the fact you get one or two educated people don't mean see education.
Very true, bro. I know you don't talk for many other platforms, then, but tell us a little bit about how you got into this Aunty Felicia character. I think some people want to hear them.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, that name Aunty Felicia be very random. The name Aunty Felicia be very random because the Felicia thing we just get some very nice ring to it. Like it just sounds like trouble. Although I get Felicia friends when they don't like trouble. So I remember one of my friends, we na Felicia from Kumba. So I start up. He said, "This is Elonge. That thing you think about me." I said, "No, you don't get anything to do with you." But the inspiration behind Aunty Felicia are largely based on most of the women that we I grew up with and live with or be neighbors to. I think talk say about 90, not 90, about 70%, 60, 70% of Aunty Felicia character be inspired by Mareme. The stories them, no be nice stories them, but the mannerisms them, the reactions them. Mareme be really funny, it be cocky, it be knows in many ways I used to say I don't think so Mareme knows he be feminist.
Yeah.
Probably not even know the word feminist, but now that person be very assertive. Even sometimes they when it be wrong, before it be so confident we keep border on arrogance, but often, but also it be very funny in nuances. Then the way he go talk something be very funny, be very interesting. So don't be direct, but they like you because it be very comical in the way he go deliver something. Sometimes they don't need for talk, not just the way he go look, and then people they go just laugh over the thing. It be complex, but it may also be kind. So you get it may just be a woman, but with an extra sauce, Let me think say say be the best cook, if you don't say it be dress past all man, So and the thing I say most women didn't think so, but my women when I say could tell you. So could make sure say say it is so. And then me and you be really close. I used to tell people and say, if I know me get to believe in God, the ones who will make me believe in Amareme, because then Amareme they like God. Because when they talk about sacrifice and they talk about selflessness, I never see any person who will be as selfless to me and he became the like Amareme. I just give you an example. I remember some time where I lost my phone. I was in university at that time, and I just talk for Remy say I don't lost my phone. But I may take it own give me say make I use it. I said, but you go keep use it. He said, don't worry, I will find out who know me. Like you fit imagine that, like no greater love, no deeper that we had to experience them. So for you, been about God. So I lost my Remy for 2017 to diabetes. And yeah, thank you. And I started write a book, a memoir about him. But every time I tell stories, them my friends like Howard, Maximus, and other people tell me say, you be already comedian. When you tell the stories, they would really laugh. How about you do a stand-up comedy or something? Most people will go crazy. I think but I don't want to do them because of plenty things. Them I don't be if it thinks that if you do comedy, because I don't be funny, but because I feel like a lot of roadblocks will be against me doing it. First, number one, my education. That education will be in one way. It be like, okay, if you be educated right up to the doctorate, why will you do comedy? Especially the fact say, yeah, especially because within our context, comedy be seen like something we meant for school dropouts, and in many ways, it's true. And so it would be like a watering down of way to way I don't work towards and for. And then the second thing, being a family. It's not I shy away from them, but I come from a family of overachievers. For example, my papa been at the first registrar for GC board, he be delegate of education, he be first principal for Kat Kumba, first black principal for Lycée Boya. He became the parliamentarian, member of parliament. He ended up dying that way, the like chairman for Soweto. He became them, the lowest person probably get like masters, they work on UN and this and that and that. So he been a misnomer. Say me, I will eventually can be comedian after we they don't chat this fast. My remedy to being a person we if he work a court, but he enter as court clerk, we be very educated. But say education for that time, if you gave in a form 5, if you talk English for you, people don't believe. So, and then if being a person, he be very pushful. So in many ways, my remedy of office settled, so I would do something less than waiting, something where I get to be the way you perceive them as better than better than my rape 18. And so that's in themselves as roadblocks. Number 3, being at my school where I go and the network where I create them. So I go say, and so me look like you do some school where all man the achieve they work on World Bank, AU, all that. Suddenly you come out, you want to go do comedy. I don't always be a brainiac. It seems immodest, but not true. I'd always been a very smart person. In fact, book wise, I graduate best student for University of Boya, undergraduate, masters, PhD. So I don't always be very smart. I don't graduate best student for PhD yet. I don't know if you know. So,
I didn't enjoy the story. I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah. But then the key thing I say, okay, that education make us or my circle to me get expectations of which way I get to be. And so even if I want to do comedy, if I could do stand-up and it will be on the sidelines, not like the focal thing for my life. So now the thing in that way, in a nutshell, they really pick the whole me. Then I don't also know how financially sustainable comedy could ever be because I may see other comedians them and I be comfortable, I be head of communication for Elecam. I don't earn millions, but I don't be poor. And so even as one say like, oh, should I not? But trust me, passion is something where they like rash. If you have really truly passion, you would navigate that path for some way where you try to find the solutions into all that questions and all that things that we tell the roadblocks. When I start comedy 1.5 years ago, some people I don't be for comedy for years, but this is 1.5 years. The key thing has been I say I don't receive a lot of support from family because it's been a disappointment. I will be a huge disappointment. In fact, I don't even think that they hate them. They will be indifferent, which is worse. Because when they even hate and they want to even interact with you, for even tell you, say, I don't like what you're doing. No, everybody was just numb. Like, wait till you do so. There's some people that this as a kind of mid-age crisis. And and so I like. And then the worst one I'm gonna say, I think if I would do the comedy as just stand up, it would have been better received. But I do not only as kid comedian, but cross dressing. So for my family, especially time when we start talk that kind of thing, like I must be in a PD because my acting be very believable as Aunty Felicia. They don't understand why I get to deal with that kind of rumors. Them like, why are they bring all in this trouble? Them, you know. I remember one time my chick me tell me say, "Oh, and just put out our pictures and all that." I say for satisfying who? I'd always been a strong-willed person. Like I don't be that kind of person where people their opinion go push me down, but I be affected when they put it around me. Be affected.
Yeah.
Like if you attack just me, it be an issue. So a lot of that thing that we get to be like a roadblock. But then I may tell myself, say, if I truly believe in this, then I know if it on the onset start be, you know, discouraged by the lack of support, rumors, and all. I know if it be discouraged. So make I go through. After I mean, also I get my backup plan. If this thing wants to screw me over my luck, I go do my professor thing. Then work at the well, wait me there.
Wow. Man, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. This is really, really interesting. And now I actually start notice your talent, especially the comic part. Now freaky table.
Yeah.
Now freaky table, like now freaky table now one of I think now one of the best talk shows or longer time for community.
Yeah.
The blend of you, Yana, and by the way, you be my favorite person for freaky table, but you be get two way to give me away. My best friend is Yana because we get that serious or talk and but the combination was just wonderful. Juan Gomba, wonderful soul. Even though I don't get so one, I don't talk some time about it sometime for social.
The good thing about Jonah, Jonah na good sport. Like na person we no matter that, he be very intellectual. When I go argue on the intellectual level, he might actually be very spirited, but he no go ever carry him because he understand media. He don't work for long inside media from Nigeria to all that. So he no go ever carry anything. If he disagree with you, but she's never disagreeable. Maybe if he disagree so fiercely, where you think so you know if you reach out to me, but trust me, call Joan where you are interviewing now, you will see as he will really talk, say, okay, let's do it.
I say Mina, they very, very after that. I even tell you, say, you remember, sir, but don't post this kind of thing about you. So he laugh. He say, who get time for that kind of thing? Say, Sakura.
No, she does it. Yeah. She does it. Like, now one of the most, Jonah, now one of my best friends. I used to definitely say, Jonah Tomboy, yeah.
I they call on Joan, you call on Joan. You want your table, they say, no go school now.
Okay, we'll call on Joan. We'll call on. I don't know why they didn't try to fix that in himself.
No, go ahead with Joan.
Joan Gomba. Now then, when you call her, so I stick to that because Caron and Dokas they call her, but I have book.
They call her Joan. I call her Joan, right?
Yeah, everybody calls it like that.
Now my grandma named himself that. The one that me at the
okay. Joan.
Yeah.
So for generations, so I don't mispronounce Nagarimi.
Go ahead, what you're saying, brother.
Yeah, so now that kind of person, I don't normally get to. I be very eccentric for the way I talk. Normally, even as Elonge, I be person who I like sarcasm plenty.
Yeah.
Trust me, that way they want start with that will keep come up with freaky table. I don't want to be part of the host. I want to produce from behind. So and so we start. But when we get to be a Stephanie Tum for that place we I'll be. Unfortunately, Stephanie no show up for the two first recordings them. And so as soon as we show up, now me do the research and then pass on for them. So they just talk so when they do like a mock trial for see how the show fit even run, but they no keep consider me because I talk say I know BD. And the time doing a Muslim writing. And so that way I start talk. I don't know, I get to my way for talk where it be full of sarcasm.
Yes.
And
and then talk, even the way you look people, the way you make like really?
Yeah. So it been that kind of way. Joan, when a media person immediately see and say that's media goal. When you get person to be unapologetic, direct, sarcastic, that's the type of person you want on the media. So he immediately talks, say no, but and then I talk like I look at their faces there, and I think I talk something wrong, but I don't know. Say instead they be shocked at how direct.
Yeah.
And I be, and then time will finish. Once they start clapping, we don't really get the third person. So and then my hair may be bleached. like bleached white. So like, no, no, let me start it in. So, but Joan gets away, convince me, and I'll start freaky table. And just the first episode, the blend of we three, because Yana na person way it be level headed and you know, ego talk na person way I have it talk the two I go talk with go annoy person. Yana go talk the same thing and the people will be okay with it. Yes, but that mix may be very important. It'll be very important. And I think say once people they become used to my style of talking, people they over like me for the freaky table.
Wow. So the other question I want to ask you right now is apparently it looks like you don't move far ahead of that freaky table crew.
Oh
Because
no,
I know if I say far ahead, I don't mean like you don't move away from them. Like maybe
yeah.
career wise, you day ahead. I don't know.
Mhm.
You feel that way also?
No, I think say I get more on my plate now. Not like move ahead. I get more on my plate to I juggle with a lot of things. Then, the trust me, if you get there on the pause, then of course of me, now of course Joan go sleep with man picking imas carry belle,
I beg.
and then we never freaky table. When we talk say we no man no go knock. We don't say Joan. Yeah, they enjoy itself. We would dedicate our life for media before one know I believe that. So and as you know, John is getting belle way they now first speaking and she's he don't talk this thing of wicked table. She's wanted to have a child for the longest time to a level where as he get to late 30s, if you don't give up hope. And so the fact say you don't get it picking, who is just a ball of light, trust me.
Yeah.
It will be one time where it takes some time for enjoy picking. You know, picking in a thing where your career if you do anything you want to do, but you're picking.
Yeah,
Yes. So,
especially that.
yes,
Wow.
yeah, but immediately would already get together for start back. Yeah, so and we'll start back very strongly. So yeah, but when we want and we get that time for enjoy picking and yeah, and then you're not too they dwell. The truth now say I been think of the possibility for run the freaky table alone, like just hosting while waiting for John to come, but. I
That's
know
the
if you see
beautiful
you'll
John.
get that flavor again, you know. It will just be like an interview show because the two way whole freaking people have opinions and for the host
Yes.
them. So how me I
Yes.
go hold the host and me one, make any sense. And Joa may be like a balancing point between me and Yana because me and Yana often sometimes disagree on things but so John if you bring so if not only me and Yana two for set
It
fight
will
to
be a
come. So
fight.
yeah, but when they come back.
Okay, you don't talk a little bit about that's my boy, Yana.
Yes.
I just like him. Okay, this is the thing about me, right? One thing they say me I
Yes.
get them. I don't know how you do get them differently from Kumba. You know how to dress so well. I don't know whether I say with the go school. Yeah, most of we will come out, except the one day they be travel where they really young and all of that. We will
Yeah.
not really care for we not just jean
Yeah.
t-shirt and you're good. So I
Yes.
really like Yana. I really like the way he dress. Simple, but
Yeah.
he really look. I don't know if I should say stylish or classic, but I be really
Yes.
admire for that. And the opinion, he be always taking the serious. The way me, I go always taking the serious.
Take it serious.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I be really for freaky table. I be really liking. Now, you don't talk a little bit about some of the challenges you get before you join, maybe
Yeah.
family and all of that. Yeah. That we actually join. Did you have any other challenges that we actually decide for start do Aunty Felicia?
Yes. Yes. The first challenge, of course, that you notice in a production. I mean, I start with just my phone. So, I mean, if I build them and then build a team. Lucky enough, I want to start. I'd get people like Juan, like MC Dibenja, Obed, Obed
That's
and
my
people the way
boy
they be
also,
just
man.
where they just generally just believe in the thing. And they just come on board. No man can get any 10 francs, but at that time, but they may just come on board because they may believe in way to way and they do, they may see the vision. The strange thing I say, Abkili stay, me and Zibenja stay for the same house. And yeah, so it'd be easy for them for actually see whose side I go with this. So and they be see I'm better than every other person. The thing I say when I start, I don't even know like how successful it will be. I generally not be that kind of person where they measure success in numbers. I not be that kind of person necessarily. So if people then reach out for me and they say, "Oh, I keep go through depression and this helps me to laugh," I'm really cool with that. And I feel also tell you, say, if we follow even just numbers, then we'll get some very wrong idea about success. Because take for example, I get about that kind 87,000 followers on Facebook. But I'm sure I earn more than most comedians.
Of course.
In the comedy sector. So some niche that they appeal to, they appeal to the corporate world too. So for me were into analytics. It's not just about numbers, the kind of numbers, the quality of audience where I want them. It's very important for me. So you discover, say, my strong appeal then from people who did 25 and above. And that's the people with the purchasing power. So when I pitch for company, you come with your audience who did 25 and below. The company you look and say, but would they sell cement? People will buy them. So I be very strategic about my things.
But also knowledge I don't give now una take them.
Yes. Yep. But also I start. I think the key challenge where I'm really get and I say I really want instant support from my family because I come from very family oriented circle. My friends they will tell you say even my friends they always be close to my family in some way because the friends they become like family to me too, and I always be close to their family. So when I know me feel accepted by my family, now the only thing that will keep beat me down. And then I don't know if you accept it. I know if you say they accept my comedy. So by extension, I feel like they don't accept me because that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
But the turnaround point, how my family get on board. Natawe, the American Embassy decided to run so the digital literacy program. And I'm doing with Aunty Felicia. Then after that, Canadian Embassy come for do some albinism awareness with some foundation called Born to Dazzle. So they begin to see this spiral in terms of the quality of what they like the comedy. And then my family start think like, maybe we're looking at this thing the wrong way. Maybe this guy is doing this very differently. Then that way your farm take me as their brand ambassador and they pay me millions. Wow. I'm money sticks. Oh God. Which noise you want to make up? You want to tell me about which elitist thing where American Embassy did for back, Canadian Embassy did for back capabilities. You talk about your farm and then MTN they just so when family, and trust me, when family come on board, they become like army.
Yeah.
So when my family eventually come on board, it will be like because they don't want to hear anything. Like they start giving me idea them. Yeah. So my grandson go, she don't say, I get on my red bubu so you don't be sure say you could need that one. So when family come on board, and I understand why I keep feel before when they don't be on board, why I keep feel because when they become on board, it will give me the fuel, like it will give me the energy. Yes, but they don't get choice to not only because of the success of money, but also the popularity.
Yeah.
So all their friends, all the America, UK, their friends, them like Aunty Felicia, and they pretty binge watch Aunty Felicia. So in many ways, the fact that you're my grandfriend, you turn celebrity for a task. Or for UK because all my say, hey, I prefer the car Kiwi. This and that. Fine, we bring I prefer for this and that and that and that. So what do? You don't suddenly because you may be you get money, but no man will know you. Then you prefer to make an all man know you, all man like you. You just get to just fall in line, in line because the extra value that's what they give you. But all of them come on board, and since they come on board, I don't feel lie you. They kind support where I get them. Like I recommend, I go Kenya. My grandfather work for UNESCO, and I go Kenya. And normally I feel pay my bills and more. I feel do all that in them. But and he don't travel go Somalia. But see, he just make, as here, he just make provision for everything for cover for make sure say I'll be successful the thing I want to do. Now the thing I talk when family come on board, they get on board. That will me do virtuous women show. My family we should also front the one they come around front. You know, and the ones that they be talking, I say they go buy the table. They don't want them free or anything. So it's such a wonderful thing for get them. And the other thing we've been, I say, the one challenge would be now the challenges for the rumors. Them, it not really worrying me. The challenge for the rumor not keep worrying me, but it can affect the people that are around me a lot. And by when it affect people around me, must affect me in that sense because. I say people are not trying to tell you the one, brother. I know I need the view of face on social media. Like I spend about 1 hour. I never post any Aunty Felicia's kit. I never ever respond to any comment for Aunty Felicia page. Just want to know. So I didn't even know what is said about me on blogs or anything. So person must send them for me. So when they I didn't know, trust me, because I think like right now I do research, I gather data. Which time I get them for go down for online for kidney. So I don't know what is being said. So unless person and then people don't get to that point where they don't realize say I don't want to know about those things, so they don't send it to me again. But before they will send it for me, and then maybe some person be worried for and that, and then some person put pressure, say no, make a statement, and I don't make statements. So yeah, even at that. But I think say I don't be able for gain my respect. People, I don't be able to manage the Elonge part and the Aunty Felicia very well. People they be able to see the difference between the two. I think say for the beginning, the reason why people keep talk all the things that they will talk. So few people them because this was like fringe. Sometimes you hear in the office and plenty people they talk. No, this is just a few people.
Very true.
Because why you get hundreds of thousands of followers if all them believe so. So that was it. I realized in a few people, and some were saying it out of aesthetically, they don't like when person wear woman thing. If you understand that. So one they do them out of hate, of course that one they always be present, and then some people they do them because say it will be shock value. They may know me as longer, then suddenly they see this, if you say it go. So it be my responsibility for sure. Then say I did lead people them towards something good. So in many ways I did not get offended by those people. I don't be offended by a hater because that's not my responsibility to treat you out of hate. So I don't be bothered about that. If some person not like Aunty Felicia because they are the way kaba, I know if you help that person because I will do them as that. So still in the way I don't bother about the things about if you change them, but the things about if you change them, I work towards.
You talked earlier about something about whether your babes or your sweetheart with you. What I say, see me do with you. I want to go for it because trust me, your pictures and for Kamif. Not just that one. That you want to talk about that one because they're almost the latest one in that they speak. I there was some girl the other day and I was talking. We were discussing and then he said, "That guy handsome and this and that and that and that and that." and not true. You understand? You're actually that typical that ideal, that kind of man way most people, women of our community. The one time, so one person tell me saying, "Yeah, Aunty Felicia, I like him. There I see it. If you be that kind of man way, when I don't marry, you cook chops so small salt pass for they go tell you say chop salt pass and." Now the question where I want me you answer. Because there is Kwoh Elonge and there is Aunty Felicia. You able for
I think say from when you embody a character, a little bit of the character will be now you in some way, whether you like it or not. A little bit of you will show inside the character. But as you know, I person where I get a lot of friends there. I get too many friends there, and I keep too many friends there. My house in a party ground and a place in a converging place, it'll always be that. Sometimes in the way I stay for 4-bedroom house, and then you get like 12 people. Ask doing Kamif. I keep host about 20 people from a place. People really come out UK, come out different side them. Then of course they don't even pay their hotels them, but they be like the environment, how friendly it be, how all man just feel free and everything.
Wow.
That one I will tell you say this. So as Elonge, I actually be a very peace loving person. I don't like confrontation like that. I hardly get into the confrontation. Without which, even as Elonge, if you don't see me for Facebook, they get confrontations, you know. So I don't get into that. And I'll be very respectful of see, I don't know whether it be pretentious sometimes, but if you give me chop, you know, taste fine, you know, go no. You don't know.
Aunty Felicia, oh mango.
Yes, Aunty Felicia no come out. If Aunty Felicia gets to come out, maybe not the Congo say your name with Juan or Howard. But you go be that Congo say, you know, be that cheer for your face. I go make you know, like I don't know what my money chick he play the man invite me to come and chick play. We go there, salt to the chick. Stop! So I just do my phone. I just text now. I think I could piece on Now compete I think with Joan say, Papa, if I can't take my body for you, don't so. Yeah, but trust me, for the place I will be, if you imagine, like I don't necessarily care about key compliments them, but I keep chop the chop, yes. So yeah, I don't be confrontational at all. My relationship I don't be for 6 years, so I'm not confrontational.
Don't
That's
do
what
broke
it
now
is.
people that had to it.
Yeah, so it's not. I don't think say most people them. For example, I'll give you an example. Kobe is actually quiet.
Yeah.
People them will probably see for his kids them, and they'll think say if he be hyper. No, he's not. He's very measured. You know. People in their way they look like their characters and when they meet up them, but for many it's not really that. For sometimes people if you consider me, if you see me for intellectual or my academic environment, I actually sound almost boring because I'm a bit too intellectual in that sense. And because I like discussions the way they did for this level, sometimes I come off as boring. So Aunty Felicia and your pathway, they really bring interest to the people then.
Yeah.
People then when they meet up me, they feel like I actually shy. Because if I don't be used to you, it had me for really like, get too excited about things. So yeah, I don't think in many ways people they don't see the Aunty Felicia side. Like if you push too far, if you push too far, you will get a little bit, but necessarily being a query. I think just someone to with for your D. Yes, truly, I feel do that. Yeah, but I know be confrontational. I like fun. My nickname na shock absorber. We means I like a person. No matter the shock, I just look at
yeah.
So.
Man, this is good. We're already there for 1 hour. Although you come
Yeah.
a little bit like 20 minutes into the show, but
Yeah.
1 hour. And I know about drag. I'm kind of you get for the rest. You get in for do tomorrow. Now we don't see you represent so many brands and very big brands who are sure that one then pay you millions, but then we don't see you represent very small brands that also way. Sometimes I be like, okay, people they give at 2,000 or 1,000. Like, how you do them? How you do them?
Okay, so brother, I don't ever talk about this because I may feel uncomfortable for talk about them. Because some people may wake up sometimes say, oh, they represent MTI represent and they go take small business. It's greedy. Oftentimes with small businesses, I get with I call and say my Aunty Felicia corporate social responsibility. And that is to promote small businesses. So oftentimes I need necessarily take money for the small businesses. But I know I can't explain myself for internet.
Very true.
I need to take money. And for things because I represent big brands, them, I know if you get a responsibility for also promote small brands, and that's a very stupid mentality to have because how that small brands then get to the middle position if they don't get the exposure. I get people the way I don't expose their business, I don't contact them.
Wow.
I see them the struggle. Maybe someone they come for your comment section. Says I get high engagement. So I go post on time. Some person can please you put that for comment section. After every comment, please follow my business. Please can you follow my page? Can you do this? And then I go look the person page. I say the person probably promotes some very good product. Maybe some healthcare thing. Something. I mean, just on some picking the way if you talk about black skin and just loving your skin. So you be that anti-bleaching. And that became, I mean, just look his status. I say the day he come, I think in 3 days. It became a bit shocked when I do a complete video on it in the way they do and put them out. So I don't need to explain too much the way I do, but because I know if you do that and then come also talk say, oh, this is even a charity for the person business.
Yeah.
But trust me, a lot of the things that we really see and witness small businesses them. Even I say some of them go attest to you, say, even when they reach out to me, I go look the business, talk say this, so okay, cover just the production cost because I don't go pay camera crew too, but cover just the production cost. If I tell you, say, you look Aunty Felicia, if I talk, say, you pay me 80,000, you think it's nothing that I deserve. You think it's nothing that they ask companies them.
Wow.
If I ask you that, no say that because I think say you know if you pay me. And so cover production because that thing will go for person who shoot the video. You need to pay me. Sometimes I will bring in Dockers them and Bobolo them, pay them. Sometimes I would go the extra mile of even paying them. So because if trust me, if it just as MC, I'll be very expensive. So not to talk about anyway you now this thing. As MC, if you don't get at least 300,000, you ask people they don't get me, you need to get them. So if you get to do that, I'll be way more expensive. But sometimes they will be now. I look at this business need for grow. If I ask the person this amount of money, So some person even cancel sometimes he get like 200,000 and they go surprise. I'll tell you, say, okay, based on what you do, it's not for me. I'll take 125, and this is how I'll break it down. Because I look and say, say that's 25,000. I don't put up for dinner. I say I put them back into a business. Because charity must always be that way you can announce.
Yeah, very true.
And yeah. So in my way, how do I give back to community without necessarily saying it? I think that the way that we and fit to them, and the people who don't do them for them, they know and they be very grateful. And the number is large. Trust me, it's large. I remember some time at Team Key tell me say it's too much. Like even some people don't come up for internet to say, he does a lot of advertising. And I just laugh because I'm like, you say this thing, but if I show you the balance sheet and I show you the two I do, you'll feel so you don't insult people then.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing it. See, I make money from a lot of different avenues. We do comedy, they give me money. I feel give up comedy. Now, a passion. I feel give them up and I will be extra comfortable. No, be na the small businesses they will pay me, Yeah, then at them go give me the money where I will survive. Nah. So most often I just if for example you get your show, if you contact me, say, oh, my show is start, I really want to get you on it. And you think say I've been person have to bring people in for day and they are come. Is that not value? It's some person people say you don't pay me for come for the show, but I don't need for come and now say no, he did not. Like that's not it. You get to think of the fact say you feel always do things for society without grandstanding, without making it be like, if not because of me, this person will not be, if not because of me, this is I don't believe in that kind. I don't come from that school of thought. And I also believe it come up from the school of thought where it talks say help must always be that exchange of argue money.
Yes, you give me
for that. Like if I cancel the money we get to do and for pay me for see what I shoot an ad for you, then that's me giving back to you.
Wow. Shout out to Roy Mama.
Yeah.
Doing wonderful also for our community. Boss. Now, Kwoh Elonge.
Yeah.
That intellectual, Aunty Felicia, that comedian. Man say that funny mommy. Man, no call it that comedian. That funny mommy. If you get picking today, he say he want go into comedy straight away, you go accept them.
In fact, that thing don't come for me. Some small guy I feel talks about protege. He did about 15 years. He will come off from Bangem, come for Imami because of the crisis. They come out come and barely surviving. Imami the born corn for the entrance from our house. The type stay for Clark's quarters, and they begin like comedy. And so surprising that he like Aunty Felicia. And a small boy became like Aunty Felicia. He's 15. So if became me tell me say where if Piki don't know how for approach me. When you idolize person, it had you for approach a person.
Yeah.
So he want to do comedy and he want to guide him. I say okay, I don't see the beginning. I say okay, send me. So Sunday I did the king can ring bell come house and then he introduced himself and he tell me I look the work the way they don't do he try his best. He give him money. When I look him, give him money. but the comedy did it. The thing I tell you, actually, he talks him he dropped school from 1 because of this crisis. So when he talk to me, English be very broken. His thought process be jumpy. Be coordinated. And that thing that skills and way you acquire them from education.
Yeah.
So I tell you, say you need for go school if you want to be a successful comedian. If you see comedian will be successful, where go school, that's an abnormality. Not the trend.
Yeah.
So I tell you, say this. So comedians are usually the most beautiful, the most intelligent people there for the room.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to study people, them and environments and situations. Them.
Yeah.
Your senses they get to the work, all of them. So I tell you, say this, you get to go for school. So what I do actually for put it for school.
Wow.
For say make it continue, make it get acquire the skill, and then when I did shoot for weekends, them it be day. He learn how to use phone for shoot. He learn how to edit, even for use camera. Them and all. I just be with the production team. Because I think say if he start now, by the time where he blow up as a comedian, he
Mm-hmm.
go to acquire so much because he see
Yeah.
the thing that will happen. But
Mm-hmm.
also when he go school, he go get the skills and communicative, especially
Yep.
with you. Because at the end of the day, you get to represent yourself. Some of the
Very
times,
true.
I feel tell you, I don't go for some company where they take me. I don't even call a company because I don't want that the CEO knows and something think about
Mm-hmm.
you. So time I go for the company, the guy became expect to see Aunty Felicia as weak here. He no
Mm-hmm.
be ever interact with me.
Mm-hmm.
So time we can, first of all, the thing we never strike for now, the fact that I always be very put together. I like dressing a
Mm-hmm.
lot, so I
Yeah.
always be put together. So
You
I
know
come
only
with
like
the
and you know him.
thank you, brother. So that I reach he like it. You see how he take a second take, and
Mm-hmm.
then that will start talk. And if he just speak over the issues, but
Mm-hmm.
that will start come out to say we need to look like the KPIs them
Mm-hmm.
and which we will use for measure awareness and
Mm-hmm.
all these things them, and we'll keep talking the strict business language.
Mm-hmm.
So and I see I'm so different, but interestingly so, if you find I'm saying that way, it make me feel like a brand will be for good hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you see, say, then just the management,
Yes.
artificial management team, it gets sense, but even this person, we know the person to get them. And that thing may completely change even my bargaining power towards you because that way me see me, the money I keep asking before, if you
Mm-hmm.
understand
Why you
why
ask
that
that
would
money?
be because
Very true.
exactly. So this speaking, he's very funny. So but I think he get all that. And I tell you, see this, so you're just 15. Not be so you know if you do the comedy, but you never acquire the skills them. So right
Mm-hmm.
now, acquire that skills them and then build your network, learn a lot. Tell me I start, I don't even know me editing, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't learn it on the job. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, realize I can spend so much for editors there.
Yeah. Wait until you
Now,
cut an alarm.
yes, and I feel do it now myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did learn them every day. I'm a very hands-on person. But I also I'm get a very strong team. Yes, so yeah, but
Wow.
when I talk hands on, I mean like because some people to say I use my hand for all things.
Yeah.
Only for work.
What's up, pa?
I don't use it on
So,
myself.
what is the future for Auntie Felicia?
Um, man, what is not the future? Because I've been some very ruthlessly ambitious person. So that I didn't shame about that. Um, I don't want to do Auntie Felicia as kid
Mm-hmm.
again. For I don't want to wait 2024. I'll keep
Mm-hmm.
do skits as Auntie Felicia. If I do, I'm yeah, we've been a one of things. I want to do a lot of production
Mm-hmm.
for movies them for
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Felicia, like how my dear Tyler Perry do my dear.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
do a lot of series. I want to do short sitcoms them. So you know like just do things the way they involve a lot more production where they feel reach a wider audience
Mm-hmm.
because I know things I get a lot of things that will prove I'm again for my baseline audience for Cameroon. I
Mm-hmm.
need to take and go global. I also want to launch my stand-up comedy
Mm-hmm.
career. I actually don't finish my first book.
Mm-hmm.
I find publisher
Wow.
for it has hopefully I can for it has this year for
But
Cal
chaka
also.
it has, man. Chaka it has.
Yes. The book na academic book. So na my PhD thesis where I don't tell now.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get academic publisher for ITAS. I did in talks now with some very interesting ones so that if you be even for a Harvard library.
Mm-hmm.
So na good thing. But that's for a longer. But for Auntie Felicia, na more films. I want to do a lot
Mm-hmm.
of shows. I want to do a lot of shows like
Mm-hmm.
next year and maybe by the end of the year. Because this will do virtuous women. We'll never do shows them. I
Mm-hmm.
hope South Africa it does do shows them. We talk with a few people, them event organizers, them to see how
Mm-hmm.
the possibilities them. But also on a personal level, I work towards that. So yeah, a lot of shows them. I want tour. I want tour. I think say people they call invite artists them. It's not like artists are doing a good job. I feel like comedy now the thing they happen now. If
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Felicia they come America, you invest your money, you know, so you get like 5 times more
Wow.
than if you bring an artist. I feel swear that because artists they no go feel move that remade them for sicker
That's
for
true.
lesser remade them.
Yeah.
But I think Felicia go move all man.
That's true. That's
He
true.
go move all them. Karan go please go move
Intellectual
all them.
demo. Oh
Yes,
man.
he go move all them. So we put them think better. Investors, invest wisely.
Man, this is really good. Like now 1 hour 90 minutes. This I feel like my go. But when if you keep you here all day, I know you get for sleep rest for tomorrow.
Yeah.
What would be your message to our community at this? By the way, Kamif,
Yeah.
what's your take on Kamif? Like how you the event this, especially the event this year? What do you think?
First of all, I don't know if we talk enough about how important that initiative did for our community. For people who don't know, Anglophones them for Cameroon really no get, if you don't understand the intricacies for Anglophone forget a film festival, then you feel just blab about. The Francophone festivals them, they be first of all heavily financed by government, heavily supported by the corporate world.
Yeah.
And oftentimes very negligent of Anglophones and Anglophone
Wow.
products. So for see something, this is supposed to be our own, for showcase our talent, for help with networking. I remember Gilbert, the Camif people, they bring people from Film One, from Netflix, from African Magic, from all these things, they provide networking, and then filmmakers from across different countries, they come for the. Unfortunately, or I don't know what unfortunately, but the focus, because in the thing that way people they like to focus on, they always been on the fashion.
Yeah.
And so people they see the networking where they go on for the. And of course, networking in a two person will talk and say, I don't network with film one person because who 1 year.
Yes.
If I want to shoot Aunty Felicia film, you know who I meet up for Netflix where I don't pitch them for. So I don't ever get that opportunity if that initiative no be. So I know if you congratulate them, and then you don't see the scaling up of the event year in year out.
Yes.
I think say because Gilbert now a central figure and a person will be very outspoken about things. Them in many ways it will be a plus, and there are many ways people they don't like that. So it will lead to controversy and all that around the Camif. But just for getting that idea and for executing it for this amount of time, it's for me. I look at it as it's a plus because I don't see the way it do for my own networking.
Yeah.
If any person go for day, I will go way close for advertising. That's different. Yeah, but for me, it don't open me doors. Then we when it go eventually unravel, and I talk to them, yeah, me get them. You know, understand why you may go for day. You know, if you create that network. And the first thing that it did, it fine for our ecosystem. Forget that kind of activities. Then. It really be important. And I feel only praise the things that get better. I also praise the corporate world get more involved in these Anglophone initiatives. And I praise the central figures for inside the film industry also get involved. And keep the pettiness way over there for inside the thing. People they see me, Karan Kupis, Dokas, all the people got this work. Who says we don't have from time to time issues? We have. But if you respect people, if you respect your craft, if you look bigger than just yourself, then you will be able to say these initiatives will be bigger than that petty things. Me and Gilbert would ever query you. Yes, but Kamif is bigger than Gilbert. Far bigger. Gilbert will eventually go in some way. Either he go tire, he go. But Kamif will continue, and he's not the decision maker for Kamif. So yeah, that's it. For me, a very nice initiative. I also think say my only criticism I get, and I think they get to appeal to an older age group. I don't see a lot of picking them for the red carpet, and for a person see that picking them sometimes this is my own personal thing. When you see picking them for day, it will not look like an investor festival. You understand what I mean? It will not look like. So I know come as investor, see 20-year opening they didn't produce anything, just come there with some gaga close them. Which discussion I want to get them as a representative from Film One with that. So we need more quality presence.
What to be a message for the industry right now?
Work. Not just work. That's my key thing, but work strategically. It'd be okay for people to forget conflict. It'd be bound for happen. But you get to think about the bigger picture. when you do them. Also, people get to be respectful of each other because the conflicts they come up because people sometimes just totally disrespect others them. And you deal with human beings a little bit dynamic. As much as we also be together, if person feel too disrespected, irrelevant, unwanted, insulted, the person who want to be part of that initiative, in like the film initiative. So in many ways, and you did like I tell one thing, the business of entertainment is made up of people very thin egos. Very small egos. Now, people really find attention by every means. No matter how rich they did, these are people who are megalomaniacs. Almost all of us want attention. So if some person feel belittled, insulted, of course you understand why the person who want them for also be part of some things. So we get to respect each other first and foremost. Be kind to one another. Respect each other. Basically, if we respect people, then we don't need to like them, but we'll work with them, we'll do things. If you just respect them, it's enough. You don't need to like the person, you don't need to be friends with the person. I get people the way I don't even like their fashion at all. I don't go deal with them on a daily basis. But when it comes to a professional setting, they don't even know safety. I don't like them. Yeah, so that's it. And they make we avoid a lot of criticism. Make I give my one closing remark. The ones with me I learn them personally. On Fiki table, I be very critical of people for entertainment industry. In fact, I don't get problem with comedians them as a whole because I'm talking they're not funny. and and comedians they become hard, we go back and forth and all that. And I stuck to it. I said they were not funny. And they tell me say if I think say easy, I can do comedy. This is 1 year, 5-6 months. I'm in comedy. Then I will prove them wrong, but now only for toxic. But wait to the point for criticize where I for don't do them from the start. Why tell people and say they're not funny when I also show people they say another way this way for be done. You know why create all of that? So be about it. Just go about your activities and do them well. Don't complain about who need to do it. Do your own. So now whether you see for 1.5 years, I never criticize me no man too, because I feel like if I feel happy, do I make a do them. And the best way for show people is to do your own, create your own impact.
Besides the cross-dressing palaver, any other person some person don't ever tell you you're not funny?
Never my face. Never for my face. But even if some person talk, I think say comedy be subjective, and if person feel that way, it's not a problem. I really focus on the people that they follow me and they find me funny, not the people who don't. Yeah, so but I never get them for my face. Person talk for me, and I be sure say some people don't talk people in the way they don't like them. But I never encounter them, and sometimes also even I think some person don't talk for comment section. And for some different thing, I think you usually been there for 2-3 shows. So some place next dim or something. So person don't talk. Then I go, I check the person profile. Now one of that days I'm be free. Check the person profile. The person don't be fine. You know we get money. So I mean, not a problem. They plenty too.
You actually see the person don't find the person. Not...
Yeah, you don't be fine. Like no be fine person. Wow. So me look clean, me neat, and me look like it chop fine. So yeah, I feel understand that. I get too maybe my comedy if you solve a problem them at that time.
How you get bad more person to go?
Yeah, and that's why we be waiting we talk and that discover say a woman don't leave you.
Where?
Yeah, so like the person been at it that's because say a chick don't leave you like leave you. So I know so no, I think how person where a chick leave you, how you feel make that person laugh, you know easy. So yeah, so
oh bro, man, thank you very very much for today. This was a blessing. Like I told you earlier, you don't already big past the platform. You coming here today is giving a brother a hand, helping a brother up. Yeah, me too. I want to talk grammar. They say when you start mixing with some kind people, before you know it, you go start.
I know.
Yeah, you come here today for me now because you want can jig the platform for all, and it's obvious, bro. You are loved, you are respected, and everything. And no say go hard for you for even change because that's you. Me I'd ever tell people say when are you, it's difficult for you for change. You will easily change
Exactly.
that way with the pretend, say, okay, if I be the kind of person who go like me and they struggle for be that person.
Exactly.
But person they
Yes.
just come from that place where easy. That's it. Man, continue
Yes.
the way to do I sure so we'll need to get part 2 for the conversation. We'll give you even at 2 or 3 months. But
Okay,
it
brother.
was
You know,
wonderful,
say
man.
anytime I did ready and Massa, the work we do, I keep talk this with Joan before we just conclude. My phone did for 3%.
Where
But make I just say this. I talked this one for Joan about how good your show did and how interesting the conversations indeed. I even talking to Matute Rudolph. He don't tell me say, oh, I never come for Tori Day. I tell you say, oh no, this man and my man. No. Any day we talk say come, I will come because now one of that shows the way you know get to be now support your own. It be rich in content, it get value, it get all the things the person
thank you,
need
man.
them. And as a host, you be very empathetic. We now one of the key things and that will be important for a host, person we you come from a place of non-judgment. So people feel free for actually discuss with you and for bear themselves out there. So I don't feel like at every episode you descend them for me, and every episode I watch them or I just put them for my WhatsApp status.
Yeah.
We put and watch them. So yeah, you've been doing a tremendous this thing they had. Platform now small.
Yeah.
And so just the push, just the evolve. We like the evolution. I mean, like your interview with Tapang, that was one of my best
Almost fight.
interviews. Yeah, that was one of my favorite interview. Tapang na my friend from journalism for this thing, but I loved it. I watched your interview too, Gilbert, I think. Some of the interviews are really stand out, so I really like them. So just keep up, brother. You're doing extremely well.
If it come from you, then I look for continue. Tell Joan.
Yes.
Tell Joan. I the plan for work with her. Like I know if you wait, you get 3 people. You get Joan, you get Miss P, and Christine NM.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Those are 3 women. And Miss P, they get the king. This is wonderful too. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
Even Christine don't get own picking. So like 3 people from our community, I respect it a lot. Like if I shoot Sunday a talk show Sunday, it would be a fulfillment. Like I'll be feel so fulfilled, bro.
Amen. My phone day 1%. You go off.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, man. Wow.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Nice day.
Yeah. Guys, I beg. At least he was here, and any man fit 30 say be fun. That's 1 hour 30 minutes, and it seems more like 20 minutes or something. For the people that they come now, sorry, the interview don't finish. Maybe we'll get you again another time, maybe in 2-3 months. I'm a busy person. Una not forget to share the video. Una not forget to comment. That last comment, which una like about the segment, which una like which una don't learn about the conversation with my brother Kwoh. I call him Kwoh most of the times. I don't only call it Aunty Felicia and when I want laugh. My brother Kwoh, so many people they really watch. I don't know if I answer calling him now, no call my name and it will be problematic. Boss Gilbert, always there for me, always there for Toridi. Thank you very much for everything when they do. Please just that last share. Just that last share. So many people they don't watch our live, they feel be able to watch them. Watch her now. The small tool that we get time for today.